Hello, my name is Mike Nerva, and I am the lead lower division advisor for Bachelor of Science majors in the Franklin College. In this PowerPoint, we will cover the following: the different BS degrees and intentions, UGA core and Franklin College requirements, and various resources and policies commonly of use to new students. First, it is important that you are watching the correct PowerPoint. Make sure your major is on this list before proceeding. If it is not, you should be watching one of the other advising areas PowerPoints. In addition to your major, you may also have an area of emphasis. Many of you may be pre-med, which we generically use to refer to pre-dent and pre-optometry majors as well. Others may be pre-vet. If you are pre-pharm, it is important that we are aware of this, as you will meet with an advisor who has been trained to work specifically with the pre-pharmacy population at UGA. Besides the official intentions, there are other pre-professional degrees you may be intending on pursuing after your time at UGA. With these intentions, it is especially important that you research the programs you plan on applying to and bring those requirements to your advisor. There are hundreds of programs for these intentions, and each differs slightly. If you intend on going to nursing school, be aware that UGA does not have a nursing program, so you will have to complete a degree here first or transfer to a school with a nursing program once you have their prerequisite courses completed. There are a number of different sets of requirements you have to meet at UGA. The broadest set of requirements is handed down from the Board of Regents of the state of Georgia. These requirements must be met by all students at public colleges and universities in the state. Following that, you have requirements that all students going to UGA must meet, regardless of their college or major. Getting more specific, you have requirements that each college within UGA has. Franklin College, which has the widest variety of majors, also has more college-level requirements than any other colleges at UGA. These include knowledge of a foreign language through the 2001 level, a literature class beyond English 1102, 2 fine art, philosophy, or religion classes, and a multicultural course. Finally, you have the requirements for each individual major. Depending on your major, it's possible to meet all of those requirements without meeting the final graduation requirement, which is that you have 120 hours of academic credit plus 1 hour of PEDD credit. For Franklin College majors, these 120 hours are generally broken down as this pie chart shows. All of this may make it seem as if you'll be taking classes forever just to meet basic requirements. However, many classes can fulfill requirements in multiple areas. This slide shows you how the UGA core requirements can overlap with requirements for the Franklin College. To be a little more specific, let's look at some of the individual classes and see how they can fulfill multiple requirements. Let's say you take Arts 2050, Cultural Diversity in American Art. This class will fulfill the Humanities and the Arts section of Area 4 of the UGA core. It will also count towards the Fine Art, Philosophy, Religion requirement of the Franklin College, and will fulfill Franklin's multicultural requirement. Finally, it will count as your Cultural Diversity class for your UGA requirements. Biology 1107 is the basic biology class for any biological science major, so many of you will be taking that if you haven't yet. It counts in Area 2 of the UGA core, and also fulfills UGA's environmental literacy requirement, and Franklin's bioscience requirement. History 2111, American History to 1865, counts as an Area 5 class in UGA's core, fulfills the history requirement for Franklin College, and also fulfills the university system's requirement that you have knowledge of U.S. and Georgia history. Finally, Political Science 1101 also works in Area 5 of UGA's core, counts as a social science requirement for Franklin College, and fulfills the university system's requirement that you have knowledge of both the U.S. and Georgia Constitution. So as you can see, with just 4 classes, we've fulfilled a number of different requirements. In order to take some classes, you may have to take placement tests. These are offered at the testing center, which is open 8 to 4 every weekday. The most common test needed is the foreign language placement test, which you must take for any language you had in high school that you wish to continue at UGA. If you took chemistry at a non-university system institution, this includes private schools in Georgia and any colleges or universities outside of Georgia, you will need to take a test to determine your placement in chemistry. Your advisor will help you decide which placement tests you need and how to go about taking those. This slide may seem unnecessary and obvious, but we get many students who complain that they do not want to take organic chemistry and biology at the same time, for instance. If you are a science major, expect to be taking 2 to 3 sciences each semester. If that is too difficult for you, you may be better off in a different major. Unfortunately, You often will not know a specific class is too difficult until you get into the class and take the first test. If you find yourself in a position where you think you may end up failing a class, it's important to know that you have the option to withdraw from the class with no GPA penalty up until the midpoint of the semester. You are allowed to withdraw from 4 classes in that way during your time at UGA. It is important to speak with an advisor and your instructor before withdrawing to make sure it's truly in your best interests. If you have questions about anything UGA related, a good place to start your quest for answers is on the Uga Bulletin website. This website lists all courses, course descriptions, and syllabi for those courses, as well as the requirements for all majors and minors. It also has links to all UGA academic policies. It truly is a one-stop shop for most questions. When you're going to actually register for your courses, there are 2 ways you can see what courses are offered. First, you can go to the registrar's website and click on Scheduled Classes. This will provide you with a list of every single class offered in a given semester. However, to actually register for your courses, you will need to use the OASIS system. You can also see what courses are offered on OASIS, however only courses with open seats will show up. There are OASIS tutorials available from the main OASIS website. Be aware that this is the semester where the university will discontinue using OASIS, and we will be switching to Banner as of spring. While advisors know a lot and are a great first contact if you aren't sure who to turn to with questions, anything financial aid related should go through the financial aid office located in the Holmes Hunter Academic Building. Advisors are not trained on answering financial aid questions. During your advising appointment, you can get personalized answers to questions that apply to your unique situation. You and your advisor will talk about how courses you currently have credit for are fitting into UGA's core curriculum, as well as how you can get write-in transfer credits to fulfill UGA requirements. Finally, you'll figure out which classes will be best to sign up for and take during spring semester. Unlike many other schools, UGA requires that you be advised each semester. You will not be able to register for classes until you are advised. After you have 60 hours, you'll be advised within the department of your major. Until then, and for your initial orientation advisement, you will be seen by the lower division Franklin advisors. It is your responsibility to be informed about UGA policies and practices. Your advisor will be more than happy to answer any questions you have, so stay in touch via email or on-call and walk-in times. You'll learn more about on-call and walk-in during your advising appointment. Check your UGA email, as it is the official way we communicate with you. You are likely to miss important announcements if you are not checking your email every day. Obviously, read your syllabus and go to class. Finally, don't wait to make your advising appointment. It's best to make those early in the semester so you're ready to register when the time comes. Welcome to Science at UGA. Please proceed to the Transfer PowerPoint for more important information specific to transfer students.